Hey all, welcome to another episode of ClickFox PPC Amazon Guides. Now in this video I want to talk to you about Amazon PPC auto campaigns. A lot of people wonder, can you just use auto campaigns or do you need to do a mix of auto and manual? I'm going to break all of that down for you in this video, so don't go anywhere. Now if you don't know who I am, I've sold millions on Amazon in the last few years. I do bundles, I've done a little bit of private label and arbitrage. Mainly I make most of my money from bundles though, and I also own an Amazon PPC agency called ClickFox where we affordably manage people's PPC spend and get them better profits. Now, people do think, oh, do I need to do manual or shall I just do auto campaigns? Now let me break this down for you. Auto campaigns have got two main uses, right? And the use is getting sales. So the first use could just be for arbitrage products or bundles or even private label, but if you're in a competitive market, it's not going to have much success. They mainly use for arbitrage or bundles. Now, one of the main things you can do is put a low PPC spend on this, let's say 5p per bid, 7p per bid, something like that. I've done a whole video on this on the channel if you scroll back, if you want to work out how to set them up profitably. So that's one thing you can do. Use them to generate good profit. Now, the second thing we use them for is to actually extract data to then put into our manual campaigns. So what our team are doing here at ClickFox is we set up auto campaigns pretty much straight away when a new client joins us. And what we're doing is running that data, and then in 7 to 14 days, we will extract that data, segment it into its own manual campaigns, broad, phrase, exact, separate them all up. And then what we're doing is testing the results from that. From the back end of auto campaigns, you can find a lot of key data that can help you drive profitable results in manual campaigns. So this leads me on to the point. What's the best use for auto campaigns? Now, the truth is it's completely down to your specific account. If you've got arbitrage or wholesale, you should absolutely be running a low bid penny PPC auto campaign for all inventory. If you've got bundles, I would recommend you do the same thing. But here's what gets tricky. If you've got unique bundles or low level private label that isn't majorly competitive, it can also be very effective to run auto campaigns for them. It can be. I won't lie when I say that. You could even increase the bids to 10p, 11p, 12p, maybe even 15, 20p. If you're monitoring them results with high bids, high budgets, low-ish sort of bids like that, and then you can monitor it, you can start adjusting it and things like that until you get optimum results. But here's the thing. Can you just run auto campaigns? No, you cannot. You cannot in my experience. I've never just run auto campaigns. I've always got some sort of manual campaigns on the side, even if they're just topping up the results. What you should be doing is mixing manual and auto, right? With the auto, you could run it, but you won't always get optimum results. They should only ever be seen as like a top up of sales, your auto campaigns. It's not going to be enough to fend off the competition by just running auto campaigns in order to get good results. Now, it's true, generally you can get some really low TACoS and really low ACoS with auto campaigns, which is why we like to run them all the time alongside manual campaigns. But you're always going to need some type of manual campaign, especially at the launch, especially in a launch phase where you're extracting the data from the auto and using it in the manual campaigns alongside your keyword research. But then what you need to do on top of that, especially in a launch, is be targeting the phrase, the exact, the broad, everything like that. Do product targeting, do niche keyword targeting and everything like that. And then be analysing them results until you get to a good stage where you're spending a good amount and you've got a good ACoS and TACoS coming back. You may want to get to the stage where you're running auto and manual campaigns. Now, what I do sometimes is just activate my manual campaigns maybe a few times a month, like to top up the sales. If your sales go slow on a product line, then you may want to top it up and run your manual campaign for a few days and then switch it off again. Now, this isn't necessarily advised if you want to get optimum sales, right? But if you're trying to just sniper that profit, then sometimes it's a requirement to run the auto campaigns and the manual campaigns, and sometimes just turn your manual campaigns on and off depending on when you need to increase them sales, when you've had a little bit of a dead week where your sales have fallen off a cliff a bit. If you're in a slow period, you may want to turn on multiple campaigns for products that are not selling well. But generally, as a rule, you should be having what most people would do that are working at a high level is run an auto campaign and a manual campaign for most of their products, even if it's a low 3 to 5 to 6 pounds per day campaign budget, which isn't really recommended, because you can't get that full growth, right? But if it's a low penny PPC, and then you're doing at your maximum budgets at, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6 pound per day, and you might be running that across 30 or 50 ASINs, then you should be getting some really, really good results there. But it's all about how much you want to spend. But that's my outlook on, can you just run auto campaigns, or should you run manual campaigns as well? I hope that video's helped. If you want us to take your budget of what you want to spend and optimize it to the best possible results, fully managed for an affordable fee, our packages start at £210 for up to 50 ASINs of management. Hit us in the email info@apexppc.co.uk. It's in the link below. See you soon.